Hello and welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. We've got Shaka and Stevie here in the studio. We've got Kieran Gibbs with us as well. Now, Kieran, yesterday we started putting out the option to send in a question on Instagram, and Frank Leboeuf and his ego got a little bit upset with the picture that we chose for him yesterday. So we wonder what you think of the picture that we've chosen for you today.
I mean, that was like that was way in my heyday. That was I mean, I've got to say,
17
though, I've got to say, my favourite's got to be Stevie. Look at him. Look at that guy. What a guy. I love
You're some man for one man,
Look
Stevie.
at you, all dolled up.
Right.
That was for a baby.
Yesterday she had a photo from yesterday. Yesterday she had a photo from yesterday. I'm like, how does that work? Oh, so
I know.
Hey, you sent your picture into them, definitely.
Well, everyone's getting upset that it's a picture of them when they're younger. I'm like, please put a picture of you when I'm younger. I'll take that. That's me when I'm 22. Thanks very much. I'll have that any day of the week. All right, guys. For Kieran, who are some of your dream targets for Arsenal at the number 9 position? Dream targets.
Well, obviously, the man that everyone's been talking about is Isak, and I'm a huge fan. I'll back that up. You know, I'm going to keep mentioning his name because I would love to have him. I think he's top player. He has everything that a striker needs in the modern day, and I would love to have him. I would also like another centre-half because I just worry about Gabriel and Saliba. They play a lot of games, and we missed Saliba last year, and I felt that was cost us the title. So I think we need another top centre-half, but I can't think of anyone like...
You got about 5 of them.
And the question says the number 9 position.
Yeah.
You would have sent to half of the number 9
Oh,
position.
sorry, it's only the number 9. It's only the number 9.
Dear Santa, this year.
So then Isak and Gyökeres.
You go for
I'd like to
Gyökeres. Leave Isak. Isak is not good
Why is
fit
that,
with that.
Shaka? Why?
Isak's not good fit. I just don't think.
Shaka.
I just don't think it works so well for Arsenal. I just don't think it's a good fit.
He said he wants to win things. You know, he said he wants to win the Champions League. I think we need. I think he could be the man to make us do it.
Tell him go down the big market. He'll be all right. He'll be all right down there.
We actually do have a party question coming up later on, and it's not for you for once. We know that you are the party animal.
What are you trying to say?
Come on, Chuck, we all know. You always try to deny it. You're always out. Always
What am I hearing?
Stevie, start, bench or drop Real Madrid's underrated players, Valverde, Rodrigo and Brahim Diaz.
Oh, man.
Who's the most underrated?
Who's the most underrated?
Yeah, who you
I
gonna
would
start?
probably say Valverde.
Yeah.
Correct.
With that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the question, they've even put it in the order that they might think themselves.
Yeah, I think...
I'll go with that.
Yeah, Valverde. Aye, absolutely.
Bench.
I'll go with that order.
Well, they could...
Yep, Rodrigo, bench.
If you took Rodrigo out,
Yes.
they could probably still win the Champions League. If he never played another game. If they took Valverde out, they might not win the Champions
Who are you putting ahead, though, Rodrigo or Brahim Diaz next?
Oh, Rodrigo. And then Brahim Diaz. Aye.
OK, Shaka, how sore were you typically after a game? I can imagine diving to the ground constantly must hurt. Do you think goalies have it harder than outfield players?
No, I'll be honest. I used to feel more drained when you don't have an awful lot to do and you're just kind of thinking about it. We train all week, diving around. That's what we do all week. We just dive around, and so physically, that's not an issue. It's when, especially, you're playing against a better team, and you just have to keep your eye on the back of everybody in front of you, and kind of that mentally taxing at times could be hard for the goalkeeper.
Really tough luck.
And to the other part, no. I mean, outfield players are running around. No, it's not that hard. Isn't it? Whichever way, it ain't that bad. I know which one I prefer.
Start, bench or drop? Lunin against Leipzig, Alisson against PSG, or Courtois against Liverpool?
Alisson against PSG. Start. Courtois second.
Yes.
Lunin third. Listen, Alisson.
You're talking about the final here, right? Courtois.
Whichever game they said, whatever game they said.
Well,
but I
assuming it's the final.
I'll say.
Is that not more important, Shaq?
But I'm guessing we're just judging as a one-off performance. No, I'll say this. I thought
it's in the games where, remember that we had this graphic yesterday of these stats. These are the only other keepers to have done this as well.
That performance from Alisson, I thought, and maybe there's a little bit of recency bias here, but I thought that was the best goalkeeping performance I had seen. Bar none. The performance from Courtois, I thought, is the one that established Thibaut Courtois as the best goalkeeper in the world. We knew exactly how good he was, but until then, I don't think he had that standout performance that really catapulted him to be number one in the world and establish that, yes, he can do it at this level, at the highest level. And those two, I can't remember the Lunin performance, but again, from the two best goalkeepers in the world, I don't, and in my mind, certainly over recent times, the two best performances I've seen.
If you guys had a university teaching how to be a defender, which former players would you hire as professors? Let me start with you, Kieran.
I would hire Tony Adams. I would hire Stevie Nicol. And I would hire probably John Terry. And then I would hire... Oh, give me a right back. Come on, boys.
Pick yourself. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
No, right back. I would go with Carl Walker.
See, no, I'm
Decent little faculty there.
I'm tempted to agree with Stevie Nicol. Can you imagine Stevie Nicol as your professor?
Professor Nicol.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Stevie Nicol as your professor? That'd be the most fun class ever.
I give it a big jacket bonnet on.
I just can't get my head around that.
Tweed jacket.
Put your hand up to ask a question. Oh God.
Who are you picking as your professors? Are you going to get Kieran and return the favour now then, Stevie?
I'm too young.
Professor Gibbs?
Too young. He's too
You can
young.
be the young, cool one.
No, he's too young. The students wouldn't respect him enough. He's too young. Because you'd probably see him the night before in the bar at the disco. One of the clubs. I'd say you centre backs, you got to go Hansen and Baresi. You got right back Phil Neal. I mean, you talk about, Phil Neal was not the fastest guy you ever saw, but he never got beat. His positioning, whether it was his starting position or how he would coax his opposite to come into the field where all the traffic was. I mean, just the way he never ever really stood out. He was just a constant 9 and just made everything look so simple.
You got to have Maldini in there as well.
I think you could throw Maldini.
You got to have
as left
Maldini
back.
in there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not coming to class.
Phil Neal, Maldini's your fullbacks, Baresi and Hansen.
If Maldini isn't on the staff, I'm not coming to that school.
Nice question. Kieran, what's best? A night out in London or a night out in Miami?
It's definitely Miami for me. Definitely.
Why?
Because the temperature. It's nice to walk around. You can walk
Tell
around
the
down
tour, the
on the beach.
temperature. Yeah, right.
It's a whole lot.
Professor Nicol.
Yeah, it's a whole lot better because I don't have to check my coat. Ah, baby. So yeah.
I like being able to wear my shorts and the t-shirt.
Well, we see you coming, Kieran.
Yeah, right.
Oh boy.
I don't see why you guys are being so cynical that he likes going out in Miami as opposed to...
No, it's just totally fine. Yeah. I'm not the going out type, so I can't comment.
Well, where are your best nights out of the two?
No, I haven't been out. I haven't been out for 40 years, Kay.
Shaka?
Yeah.
Shaka's a home bird.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
A home bird.
I haven't been out for quite some time.
Shaka?
Yes, Kay. Yes. Yeah.
London or Miami?
What?
Do you remember?
No idea what you're talking about, okay? What's the next question? Where did we go?
Oh, Miami wins.
Boy.
Okay. Shaka advocated last
in the
night.
studio.
You'll like this one. Shaka advocated last night for work trips to Carnival to
Yeah.
adjust his algorithm on his power rankings.
That's yeah.
Where would Stevie and Kieran feel work trips at a company expense would aid their punditry? So where would you like your work trip to be? That the company's
By
paying?
the sounds of it, Miami. Definitely.
Perfect.
I'll go
Stevie
Miami.
can
You
come
don't
on-
have to check your quote.
Stevie
You don't have to
can
check
come
your
on a
quote or
night out
anything.
in Miami with me.
Boy.
Stevie in Miami.
I'll record a night out with me and Stevie in Miami. We'll do it from start to finish.
Walking down the
Oh, boy. Oh, is that how you walk down in Miami? Is that how you walk around Miami?
If that isn't enough initiative to send us all down to Miami,
Yeah.
to do the show from Miami, and
Yes.
make this happen,
100%.
you know?
Yeah, I get some new.
I'm sure. Doesn't ESPN still have studios down in Miami?
Does what?
ESPN used to have studios in Miami, dude.
Yes, they did. Right on South, right on
Easy.
not on Lincoln Road, right on South Beach.
Well, I don't know because I've never been, but right there you go, perfect.
Right on Ocean
Just
Drive.
let me know,
Oh,
guys.
Well,
I need a few days
I'll take it with
notice.
for a K. I don't know.
Yeah, he knows. Okay, so Kieran's up for that. Kieran, what do you think? Where would you like the company to pay for you to go on a work trip?
I mean, I'm happy when I come to Connecticut, to be honest, and I go. I get a few beers with Stevie. I get a few beers with Stevie every
Yeah,
time.
you love the
It's-
Christmas lights. At
Restaurant
up the road, Cal.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
the
Stevie
Christmas
knows.
lights.
Stevie knows.
Hear it all now.
I still love that scene of you three at the bar, you, Dan, and Kieran.
Christmas lights.
We're drinking your martini with your little parasols in, and a cherry, a Morello cherry.
A couple of G&Ts. Yeah, right.
A couple. All right. Lovely stuff. We've got one more here. Guys, did you ever hurt yourself during a goal or a win celebration, or maybe during the off-season in a fluke accident? How embarrassing was it? Obviously, we've seen Manuel Neuer just injured himself in a goal celebration. Any other than your golf course injury?
I was in Mauritius, 93 or 4, and the Aston Villa doctor was in the same hotel. And a couple of days in, they organised a game between everybody at the hotel. And for some stupid reason, I decided to play, right? And of course, as you do, you start off giving it, I'll just take it easy. And so I was taking it easy, and this guy came in and barreled into me, right? So I was like, all right, okay. So then there's a ball's played forward, right above his head. I thought, right, I'm going to smash him. Yeah. So I went straight in, got up, smashed right into the back of his head, and I caught him with my cheekbone, and it depressed in. And I absolutely panicked. And I got the doc, and I'm like, Doc, what have I done? Because it actually had depressed inside in a bit. And he said, oh, you're all right. But I think he did a few gin and tonics at the time. But it turned out okay, but I was panicking. Smashed right in the back of his head. Just at the side of my eye, up by my cheekbone, was depressed. Scared. I thought I'd done something stupid.
Sounds awful, actually.
Aye, it wasn't fun.
Well, Shaka thinks
Why
it's
you going to
funny.
play that game?
I know.
Why you going to play that
I
game?
don't know.
Oh, God.
I know.
Nah, I've never.
Kieran?
I've been on the bottom of a couple of pile-ups in a celebration. I remember the FA Cup final. I think we scored Aaron Ramsey scored the winner, and I was the closest to him. And then we got trampled on by big Per Mertesackers size 11 studs going straight through my leg. I can remember that quite clearly. I actually had an off-season one year. I went on holiday and I woke up in the middle of the night and I tripped on my suitcase and I fell, and I woke up in the morning and my toe had turned black overnight. And I flew back to London, and I had a spiral fracture. I had a broken toe. I broke my toe from tripping on my suitcase on holiday.
You just slept right through it.
You know why.
Yeah.
You know exactly why you slept
I
right
know
through
why,
it.
but I was just
You
gonna
know exactly
say
why.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the G&Ts again.
We all know. We all know. That's what it'll be like after a night out in Miami for us all. Let's put that one out there. That will be great. That would be wonderful. Factor
Just give me a couple of days' notice, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about it. I've never been.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for sending in your questions today. Thanks to Kieran, Shaka and Stevie for answering them. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again.